Hi, so this is the first of our orientation videos, and this first one is just going to be a welcome and kind of get you to know our center. Sorry if that sun is. So I would like to welcome you to our team. Um, we are more like a family than a team. So if you've been here for a year or if you're just joining us, you're going to soon realize that we are more like a family. So I just want to welcome you. I want you to feel comfortable in this center every day in this environment. And once you get to know everybody and see that everybody's willing to help and we're a great team, I think you will feel comfortable. If you ever have any questions, you can come to me or Diana or any of the other team members that work here, and everybody will help you. So don't feel overwhelmed. I know it can be kind of scary starting a new place. So good luck making it through this orientation. I hope you stay with us a long time. And if you have a passion for children and people and love working in a fun environment, then this is definitely the place for you. So I'm just going to kind of go through our handbook and walk through some things that are important for you to know. And each of these videos will be relatively short, so kind of each section of the handbook will be a different video. Obviously, I can't answer every question just in the handbook, so once you finish this whole orientation, if you have any questions, please see me and I will make sure to get you an answer. First, I just want to kind of start with the history of Aha Moments. Not really a history lesson, but just to kind of give you some background, because for you to be sold on our vision, you need to know where we came from. And we opened in June of 2014, and we had 5 students on that day, which was really scary, kind of. But this journey just kind of began as a dream and kind of as a joke to start with, but then I quickly realized that it was what I was supposed to do. So through a lot of prayer, I taught elementary school for about 7 years before this, and I just felt like it was time for me to do something different. I wasn't really sold on the public school philosophy, so I kind of wanted to do my own thing. I really loved kids, and I loved teaching them, but in the public school, I wasn't having the opportunity to do that because we tested a lot. So I just started praying for God to show me something different, and finally I had the courage to jump. Had about $100 in my checking account and jumped, and thankfully it was what I was supposed to do, so that's why it has worked out the way it has. But over the course of a year, we grew a lot, and in 2016 we expanded and added 3 classrooms in the back. So what is 2019 now? So in 5 years, well, in just 2 years, we had doubled square footage and tripled enrollment. And then here we are now with we're 5 years in, and we have 75 kids, and every classroom is full. So to start with, we only had 2 classrooms, and we were only 2, 3, and 4-year-olds, and now it's infant all the way up to pre-K. So we have grown a lot, but that has come from a lot of hard work and sacrifices and great employees. So I don't want to take all the credit. I want to tell you that you're joining a team that is willing to work hard and make things happen. So the mission statement we kind of live by is that I'm just going to break this down in normal terms instead of sounding all fancy, but in the handbook it is all fancy. But basically, we want to ensure parents a peace of mind when they drop their kids off to be with us every day. We want to educate kids, and we want to make it fun. So we definitely try to teach the whole child and not just academics or, not just one area, but we want to teach them emotionally, physically, academically, every aspect, so the whole child. But we embrace teamwork. We strive for excellence. We respect and support families. We listen actively and try to understand everyone's point of view. We try to communicate. That's not always easy, but we do try to do that. We use resources creatively. We're very creative here, and we try to partner with families and inspire students to develop a love of learning. So that's kind of in a nutshell what we're here for. We do have a reputation for being a great center, and like I said before, that's only because the teachers in this center. So we work hard every day, and we're prepared. We try to stay above. Well, we try to use best practices, so we're always looking new ways to do new things and teach kids. We just want them to love learning, and we don't want them to just sit at a table and do worksheets. We want them to be actively involved in the lesson. Also, we try to make it real world learning. We try to relate it to things that they, are familiar with and used to. So that is important also. And problem solving is important. Kids nowadays have a lot of problems answered and solved for them. So we want to teach them how to problem solve. Sometimes it's as small as putting a puzzle together, and sometimes it can be solving a conflict between two friends that were best friends yesterday and now they're not. So any problem solving skills encouraged here. We try to build on each classroom. So starting with the infants, each student gets 3 assessments a year, and we try to build on that as we go. Not every kid learns at the same pace, at the same time, the same way. So we build on their knowledge each year, each month, each day. I mean, it's just like a building blocks. So we do get a good indication of where they are from those assessments, and then we just use that data and try to reach them wherever they are. Also, we really try to involve families and parents here. That's harder than you would imagine, but we do offer a lot of opportunities for parents to be involved and participate because it is their child's education. And a lot of times at this stage in the game, they don't realize the importance of participating because it's not really school yet. So they're like, I'm dropping my kid off at daycare. There's no point in signing up for a parent conference, but we do try to encourage that. We're preparing children and families for kindergarten, so it's important that they get used to those things that they're going to be seeing in school early in the game, like right now. So we offer a lot of opportunities for parents to be involved, and we try to make learning kind of relate and carry over to home. So we send home binders and homework and that kind of thing so families can see what we're doing. Just some logistics of the center. We are open Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 6, and we're closed for the major holidays. But other than that, we're pretty much here every single day. We have 5 classrooms. Infant is up to 1 year. Sometimes they're over, depending on when we only move kids up once a year in August. So you may see some kids that are older than 12 months in that infant room, and that's the case with every room. But the infant room, the ratios are 1 teacher to every 5 kids. So we have 2 teachers in that classroom. Our toddler classroom is somewhere between 1 and 2, roughly, age-wise. 12 children, 1 teacher to every 6 kids. And our 2s, it just continues going on up. So I'll just tell you the ratios. But 2s, you can have 1 teacher for every 9 kids. And then 3s, 1 teacher for every 10 kids. 4s, 1 teacher for every 13 kids. We do follow enhanced ratios. So those are the ratios. And all this, again, is in the handbook, so you don't have to memorize that. But ratios are very important, and we'll get to that later in a different video. But we are required to stay in ratio at all times, and I'll go over that later. Our license, we're licensed by North Carolina Division of Child Care. A copy of our license is posted in the front, and we are licensed for 75 kids. So that's usually what we have here, 75 kids. That's kind of the welcome and just the general information about our center. So I'm going to stop this video here, and then the next video we'll go over will be staff expectations.